What's going on, my people? I run a mentorship program called the Men's Breakthrough Mastermind, and I've gotten a chance to be introduced to some amazing men, which has been the joy of my life doing this thing. If you don't know about the Men's Breakthrough Mastermind, you better ask somebody. So the other day, I saw these brothers doing a podcast, sharing their journeys with manhood. And honestly, it just made me proud to see what God was doing in their lives. And so we're just going to have a real honest conversation. These are some of the realest brothers you've ever met. And of course, we got your boy, DJ Walk, but he don't want to be called that no more. He's now Jason. Let's get it.
To the Get Your Shift Together Men's Podcast with your host, Dr. Myron Edmonds.
Yeah.
What up, good people?
What's up? What up?
You coming
back up some. I know I was so close to the camera. Let me back up some. And have that haircut, boy. That's the Lord.
I see. Oh, you got
Lord's
the fresh
work right there, boy.
Fresh cut. You got the fresh cut.
The Lord's work right there.
I want to say, man, I'm glad you got your fresh cut because you've been slipping these past few weeks, man.
Yeah,
been slipping. The beard looks a little blacker too. I want you to know that.
Listen, I knew you was gonna hate, man, because y'all bald brothers, y'all be hating on us brothers with these good hairlines, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. It's
true. I
know. I said too, though, man. I really wish I had hair. I ain't gonna lie.
I know you do.
I'm not fully accepted, especially now that nappy hair is back in style. When I was coming up, man, if you didn't have pretty boy hair, like you was nobody, so you kept the brush cut. But now, bro, you can take the sponge, bro, the tennis racket.
I got a couple sponges in my arsenal.
I would have been winning. Anyway, fellas, welcome to the Get Your Shift Together Men's Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Myron Edmonds, and I'm always squatted up with my boy. Well, he's not DJ Walker anymore. Jason Walker, everybody.
Jason Walker.
Yo, don't sleep on Jay. Jay, man, is a social worker, man. The brother's he's educated. He's a thought leader, man, and he's running things over at Amazon. Nevertheless, fellas, do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, especially subscribe, and click that little bell, the notification, so you can always, be like the first person to hear like these podcasts, see these podcasts. We know we got some brothers that are listening. Shout out to you as well. Today's podcast is sponsored by the Men's Breakthrough Conference. The Men's Breakthrough Conference. You heard me. We are coming, and we're coming strong in the fourth quarter. Now, as this podcast is being recorded, this is the month of October, and we're coming down to the end of October. Yo, Jay, I had this strong feeling because normally we have our conference in the spring of every year, which we had in Atlanta this year, and it was amazing. I was like, yo, we need to close this fourth quarter out. We need to be clutch. And so the theme for this year's conference is clutch. Man, we got some amazing speakers that are coming. The whole purpose of this conference is to help men that are high achieving, successful men handle pressure. And I don't know about you, if you're a man, you got pressure, and it's different pressure. And especially if you're a man, like Jason, who's very successful, who is very ambitious, who's trying to do great things. It's true though. But Jay, for real though, I'm not saying that average dudes don't have problems, and I'm not belittling average dudes.
Right.
What I'm saying is there are dudes that they have the weight of the responsibility of family, of career, of expectations, and those pressures are different, bro.
Right. And as soon as you get to one level, you're always striving to get to the next level, right? So you're always looking for the next thing to conquer, the next challenge, and the Men's Breakthrough Conference is going to give you the tools that you need to take your level and level it up, man. On Mario, man, you get the flag and then you go to the next level. So you need these tools, you need these tools to put you to the next level. You may be here and you want to go like a level up. So you just need the tools to get there.
I want to be a closer. Now, a little salty, man. I asked my man to put an image up there of a closest man going to put MJ on there. Now, I respect MJ, but LeBron got the best numbers for a closer, man, in the history of the NBA.
I know you ain't one of those guys, are you?
Saying he does. I'm not saying he's the GOAT. I'm just saying he does. And I know one of my boys in the background who's about to come on this podcast. He's shaking his head right now because he an MJ guy. But anyway, fellas, go and register right now. This is the most affordable conference we've ever had. Literally, it is $100, $99 for registration. I think VIP is $150. And if you are a local cat from Cleveland, we have a special rate for you. So you need to reach out to us at team at myronedmonds.com to get the special rate for local brothers, men that, attend the church that are from the city of Cleveland. We got you on a special rate. You need to register right now. Registration ends on November the 4th. And we got brothers coming from everywhere. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Having said that, Jay,
what up?
You came pretty strong on your man laws, talking about brothers who wear different colored Timbs and how inappropriate that is.
It's crazy. And since I did that, Timberland has launched their new line, and it's like a new color line. So they got all type of foolery out there now. Pink, lime green. I was like, oh my God, they are not helping. They're not helping the movement. So just beware, don't fall into the trap. So on that, because I know I'm right into the man laws, right? So on that, about not falling into the trap, do not fall into the trap of trends. This is the new man law I'm putting out there real quick.
Ooh, this is good. This is good. I'm glad
you fall
this is good.
Into the trap of trends. I know we I know we are in a social media age. We got TikTok, we got Instagram. And I'm not going to lie, I fell into the trap of trends, right? So just to make a long story short, I'm on Instagram and, I keep on seeing these hashtags about this Starbucks drink, right? So I'm an OG coffee guy. I like cappuccino, espresso, dark, no sugar, just, straight up Robert De Niro, Goodfellas, little cup of espresso, sipping, I like to keep it G.
Okay.
But I fell into a trap of the pumpkin cream latte.
Don't say it.
The pumpkin cream chai latte made with oat milk with 2 pumps of vanilla and 1 pump of brown sugar. I fell into the trap, brothers. I went to Starbucks and I didn't even feel like a G ordering this thing, man. I went in there, man. I had my little scarf and I'm like, can I have the pumpkin chai cream latte with 2 pumps of man? And I fell into the trap, man. I fell into the trap, man. I fell into the trap. I was walking out of there. I was drinking my little sugary latte thing, and I just looked at it. I was just like, man, this is a man law broken, man. This is a man law.
I didn't think you were gonna say that. That thing was good.
It was good, man.
Like a milkshake.
Man, come on, man. I couldn't.
A grown man shouldn't be ordering that kind of.
Hey, listen. A grown man shouldn't be ordering that, and especially putting whipped cream on top. We already talked about the whipped cream on top, right? Let me turn this TV off. I'm just looking crazy in the background. Let me turn this off. Especially the whipped cream on top, man. Don't get the whipped cream. We talked about this last year. I ain't gonna bring it back, but y'all know whipped cream, candy apples. Y'all out there with y'all candy? Come on, man. We ain't doing that.
You're a grown man.
Oh, you're a grown man out there with a candy apple. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you know what's funny, man? I feel rebuked right now. I feel like you calling me out. Man, I saw that thing on Instagram, and I'm not even a big coffee drinker because I'm the opposite. I'm just like, I want as much sugar and cream and all that and flavors in there.
Right.
And I said, man, let me give this thing a try.
I know you did.
Man, you know how many people I done told about that drink? I done had that thing about 5 times, man. I can't get it, man. What you saying about your boy, bro?
I can't do it, man. I can't. It was delicious. I just couldn't do it, man. Just something. The manliness inside me was just like,
You're feeding into toxic masculinity. You say brother can't enjoy a nice drink with the scarf on.
Hey, you watch out, man, because you missed the brunch boots. We ain't gonna get on you, man.
What? Huh?
Mr. Brunch Boots, man. How you came out there with your brunch boots on, man? With your
all right, man, let's move on.
You trade them boys in for them Yeezys real quick. I'm like, hold up. We go to the concert, Myron, come out with his little brunch boots on.
Okay. Since you brought this up, let me ask you: when is if you buy a new pair of shoes, when is the acceptable time to wear those shoes? Now, I had just gotten those shoes. How long should I wait before I look thirsty? I mean, I'm just curious.
Hey, you was waiting to get them boots off so bad, bro.
I'm a grown man. I wear them whenever I want to wear them.
And the
I'm
next
a
time
grown man. I wear them when I want. I'm not gonna allow you. I'm not gonna allow you to bully. You're not gonna bully me. And then I wear them. I paid for them shoes. I'm gonna wear them when I want to wear them.
And the next time I see you, you had them on again.
And when I saw you going to that concert, you had that dang old scarf around your neck. Look,
that was a different scarf, though.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I meant to call you out on that. Right, this man's from Youngstown, Ohio, out here looking like he need to be on the cover of some doggone magazine for Crate and Barrel. But that's a whole nother subject, man. Anyway, we got a great show for you today, fellas. Thank you for these man laws getting pettier and pettier.
Hey, and they gonna keep getting pettier.
Let's bring these gentlemen in. Listen, man, I have an amazing, and I'll take a moment right now. Amazing privilege and opportunity to meet some amazing people who are part of my mentorship program. For those of you who need to know about it, it's called the Men's Breakthrough Mastermind, where we walk with brothers for 8 weeks and help them to win in the things that matter the most in their lives. Some of us are, we win in career, but we just can't seem to put the relationship aspect together with God, with family. And so we started this, during the pandemic, and I've had a number of different cohorts and classes that come through, but I can't lie to you. This has been my favorite group right here of brothers. And I want to take a moment right now to bring these brothers in this joint right now. Got my man, T.O Clay. Hold on. Who else? We got Marcus Outlaw, and we got Ryan White. All the brothers in here. What's up, fellas?
What's up?
Yo, look, personally, I'm sorry. I was listening to the background conversation, and Jay, I don't know you all that well, but dog, that was a lot of pumps you ordered for that drink, man. Yeah, that was a lot of pumps. You said pump a little bit too much for me.
That's right.
He got me.
That's a big pause. A big pause.
Hey, yo, that was crazy.
Man, I'm glad to be on with y'all today, man. This is great.
Listen. Thank you. Appreciate it. I thought today was a good day because I literally saw these brothers. And honestly, let me just be honest. These are my guys, man. These are my guys, Jay. I mean, we spent 8 weeks together, and it's amazing how God can just like bind you to brothers on so many different levels. And not only just me with them, but them with each other. And these guys are still kicking it with each other. And I don't know how many months have gone. How long has it been since we were in this joint?
It's been over a year.
It's been over a year. And these brothers didn't know each other from Adam. And they have built community. And I saw them doing the podcast, man. And they was dropping some deep stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't make no man lie out of me, Joe J. But man, I got a little proud, man. I got a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like I was about to well up with some tears a little bit, man. Because I was like, man, I mean, I see these brothers on social. I see what they're doing. I see the advancements that they're making. I'm watching the moves that they're making. And I just want to say to every brother that's listening, your life gets value and meaning, not from the accumulation of things, man, but it's from the impact that you can have on people's lives. And so anyway, I just want to take a moment right now. Fellas, just tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do, whatever. Just introduce yourselves to these brothers. Let's start with Marcus. Marcus, talk to the people.
Hello, everybody. My name is Marcus. I reside in Atlanta, Georgia, A-Town stand-up. I'm from Mississippi, though, so I'm always rep my home state. That's where I grew up. As far as what I do, just to kind of get that out of the way, I'm actually a facilitator for a healthcare company. I teach people how to do their jobs. So I'm talking to people all the time, every single day. The biggest thing that I have to say about community and what Myron has done with this breakthrough mastermind is bring together something that can only be looked at as God ordained. Man, my brothers are so important to my life. And so we'll get a chance to talk about it in great detail here. But man, I'm so grateful to you, Myron, for making this all happen.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. Ryan, talk to me, man.
What's going on? Ryan, Sacramento, California, aka One Day King. And really excited to be here. Big part of where my life has headed and made the right turn started with the breakthrough. And getting broken was literally all that I needed in an environment with a community of men that I could rely on, not just on a weekly or 8-week program. Literally, these are my brothers for life. So really excited to be here and share with y'all how it impacted my life.
Yes, sir. Big Tim. That's my military buddy right there, man.
Right.
I mean, a career military vet right here. 24 years in the Marines. This is my guy right here, man. Totally gifted. Talk to the people, man.
Oh man, echoing what the brother said, man. I'm Tim Clay, and man, I was thinking about what was said earlier with the Tims. I got to start off by saying it. Don't want to forget, man. I got a pair of those broccoli and chocolate. You know what I'm talking about?
Broccoli,
You
the
know
favorite
what I'm talking about? All
broccoli.
the fellas, everybody know what I'm talking about. Classic, man.
Oh, that's funny.
Went down to the school bus, man, picking up my son from the bus. And it felt funny. Just felt like, man, something ain't right. Man, I looked down, man, the whole bottom just crumbling off, man, just crumbling.
No.
Hey, I had to retire them. They upstairs, put them to rest, man. But man, I'm grateful to be here, fellas. Man, Myron, you know what you mean to me. You know what you mean to all of us, man. You came in our life at a time that we needed you, man, and to watch you, as I've told you before, man. I love just seeing what you do, speaking for God, man. That's the most important thing. But hey, I'm down here in Atlanta, just like my man Marcus. I decided to retire down here. My wife is originally from down this way, but I represent home Kentucky, man. I'm a Louisville guy. Shout out to Louisville, Lexington. But yeah, man, I'm excited to be here. Definitely appreciate you, man, for real.
All right, look, we're here to talk just about manhood. Like, so for those of you who are listening, this is to me going to be one of the realest conversations we've had. Because with these brothers right here, I don't even got to prep these guys and be like, hey, man, can you keep it real? These dudes, that's their default setting. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, it is.
This where I want to start, fellas. I want to to me, the Mastermind experience brought out some stuff, man, about our journey as men. And I just want to know from you, like, over the past few years, because it's been rough post-pandemic. Maybe you entered your 40s. Maybe you got married. All of us have been through these transitions where, like, you just feel that challenge of manhood, you know, relationship with your dad, no relationship with your dad. There's always this thing, man, that kind of sets you up for that experience of being broken. What was the defining moment for you, like in the past few years, whether it be in the Mastermind or whatever, just real talk, where you were like, yo, something's got to shift in my life? Like, what was that experience like, man? Any of you brothers can take it, just from a manhood perspective.
Yeah, for me, I couldn't hear God's voice. My prayers felt so empty. Like, I would get on my knees and pray. And I remember calling my dad and saying, like, literally crying to him, like, I need help. Like, I need some serious help. Because every time I pray, it felt like it just never went nowhere. And even after prayer, it was like, man, like after so long, I was like, yo, something's up, man. Like, something's going on. And I wasn't changing myself. And literally, I remember my mom mentioning your name, Myron. And she was like, do you know who Myron Edmonds is? I was like, I actually signed up for his thing, but I really never really went into the program and took it serious because I had some access to it, but I never really dove into it. And me and my girl were going through a situation to the point of we were basically about to break up. And I remember sitting right here on this couch right behind me, and I was checking my junk email, and I literally cleared everything on my junk. And here came Myron's email in my junk. Like, everything else is gone. There's only one email there. I clicked on it, and I didn't have $1 to my name. I paid, I don't remember what the price was, but it was literally down to the last dollar that I had. And that's at my literally breaking point where I knew I didn't care if I went broke. I knew at that point I had to change for me. And I knew after that things would get better, but I still didn't know. But I knew at that very moment, yo, Ryan, you got to take this serious. And there were so many signs along the way where my life was heading in the opposite path that God has planned for me.
Yeah, I want you to talk about that if you feel comfortable in a little bit, man. We need some deets. We need them details. Some brothers that's working through that. Go ahead, Tim. How about you, man? What was the What was the thing, the angst, and you were like, yo, something's got to shift? What was it for you?
Oh man, you know, I start off by saying leadership by example. That's what came to mind. Leadership by example. And I had never seen you before, Myron. I'm just being honest. I wasn't really on social media that heavy when I retired in 2021. And you know, I was scrolling one day, man, and just getting back familiar. And you know, I'm retired now, so I got more time to browse around. And I seen you, bald head, clean face. You was motivated, and I was like, man, who's this guy? You know, and when you start talking about the Lord, you know, saying and just the vulnerability with it, man. Which more came later, obviously, as we all came together. But just in that initial what I saw, I was like, man, that's different. You know, that's different. And I went to your website, and just overall, man, just seeing that whole aspect of I gotta have this, yo. Like I can't retire from the military and then everything is sweet. You know, Satan gonna keep moving regardless, you know, and very vulnerable. And we've all heard it before, you know, idle minds, the devil's workshop. So for me, it was like, bro, like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. I wasn't thinking about the money or anything of that nature. It was just the fact of, man, this is not your same old hoopla that you see most of the time out here. And man, when I tell you, bro, like I remember after that first session, when you came 100, Myron, you came out off the top turnbuckle, I would say. And when you start talking about porn, that's when I knew. I said, man, I'm in the right place, bro. Because a lot of cats is not speaking on his speak. A lot of cats is not at that level of that type of vulnerability. And just you know, from that moment on, man, I knew. I said, man, I'm so grateful. I remember telling the wife, like, babe, you know, I want to stay in tune with good people. You know, I don't want to bunk it down in the house. I'm not really worrying about too much outside of, you know, that overall just putting myself in that territory of good brothers, man. So
Yeah.
that's pretty much what it was for me, brother.
That's good. Ooh, that's good. Mark, talk to him.
Man. So first things first, I want to echo something that Ryan said because man, you got some kind of anointing on your emails because the way it be cutting through the rest of my inbox,
It's
I'm like,
real.
how is it that I see his stuff over everybody else's? Man,
Yeah.
it's really amazing. I always tend to just like open your stuff regardless of what's going on. And so for me, my first encounter with you, Myron, was I guess it was like the 180 conference that was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And you spoke.
Right. Yeah.
And when you spoke out, and it was, you know, it was a hot maybe 15 or so that you were up there. It wasn't like too long. But then I knew that I had to join what it is that you had. So they, you know, put your information up on the screen. I go and I take it down. I get registered for all the things. And then I started getting your emails. And just like the other fella said, it was the experience from the general, like the open mastermind and the things that you were saying that really did kind of push me over the edge. But something that hit me last night when it comes to why I actually joined and took the step of putting my money where my mouth is you know, you got to drop a little change. It's not just going to be you walking in thinking that it's going to be, you know, sweet and free. You have to invest. And when I was thinking about it last night, I was like, man, I was struggling between love and fear. Right? I was struggling between love and fear. The love side of me was I care about myself too much to stay like this. But then the fear side of me was I don't like where I'm going and where I'm going to end up. I was thinking about the consequences if I stayed the way that I was, where I was going to be maybe this time next year or in a couple of months. Because when I tell you I was struggling with all the things that had to do with vulnerability, with, you know, with just understanding who I was as a man, my role, and how many changes that were actually going on post-pandemic in my life. And so, you know, the push there was very similar to what Ryan said. I needed to find out who I was, what was I supposed to be? And so this, you know, tug between love and fear thrusted me right into, man, drop the money, Don't worry about all of that stuff. Think about what it is you're going to get on the back end, because this guy's got something to say.
Oh, that's good. So, I mean, the next question, and Jay, you can jump in wherever you want. Next question, I have, what is the, looking at your life now, like a before and after, and you if you could look back and just say, man, before, that or whatever you've been through, man, what was the biggest thing in your way as a man? Like, and what may be the biggest thing in your way right now to be, who God wants you to be as a man, and especially we got a lot of brothers that's listening, and they just, to Tim's point, they're just not used to hearing like brothers, like being honest. Like, it's one of the things that Jason and I, we got, it's a very honest relationship. I'm just amazed at how many dudes say they have friends and they talk about everything except life. Like this stuff, like what I'm afraid of, what I'm struggling with, so forth. I just want to put that out there to you, man. What was like your challenge? The thing that you like, this is the demon I got to conquer. This is the struggle that I've got to surmount. What was it for you? And share a little bit about that. And anyone can just jump in any order. Go ahead.
Look, I'm about to jump right now because it's on the tip of my tongue. Vulnerability.
Mm-hmm.
Hands down, vulnerability. Like, I was struggling with, can I be vulnerable, period? Didn't matter who the audience was, could I be? Could I be open to somebody? Because, like, whether you're having a conversation with your parents or with your, spouse or your kids or whomever, there's always a version of yourself that you're giving. And I was used to that. And everybody was used to dealing with me that way. But again, the before and after is understanding that I can be vulnerable. Ryan knows some stuff about me that don't nobody know, but them other 4 bros that's in the group with us. So I would say vulnerability is the huge takeaway that I got from being in the mastermind and what it is that's offered once you actually get involved.
I would say presence, being present. When I heard you talk about that, Myron, that first initial, and obviously it carried all the way out through the mastermind, still carrying to this day. You still building about it right now. The 10,000 men praying, get together that we had is what I like to call it. You was talking about it then. I wasn't present at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? I had a demanding freaking job, like demanding. And like you said, man, Superman up outside that house, man. Ooh, boy. But man, when I walked in this house, oh my goodness.
Talk about it. Yeah.
And retiring really, brought it full circle, because it was just like, damn, I feel like I don't even know my own family. And I feel like they don't know me. They know that guy that walks out the door every day. That's what they know. Yeah. They expect it. Man, daddy gone. Weekend. Daddy got to go to work. It wasn't all daddy hanging out, daddy out here in the bars and all of that. It was daddy got to work. I became a slave to daddy got to work, bro. So just being able to be retooled again and to hear another man say that, hey, man, we say we want all these things. We rocking and rolling out here when we put that cape on.
Right.
Who are you when you get home, bro?
Right.
You know what I mean? And I would say for me, coupled with Marcus, just that vulnerability and that presence, man, was very important to me.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, for me, man, a lot of things, but it was being fake with myself, with everybody around me. I wasn't being real with who I was, where I was. And a big part of that, I had to remind myself, I'm a man that I'm coming out of 2 divorces, right? I was unfaithful throughout those relationships. Most of those relationships prior to that, I was. And when I back up even further, right, the house that I live in across the street is where I was molested as a little kid. And so those were things, when I say being fake, those were things that I was holding back and not even telling my parents, nobody else, and then acting upon that throughout time. And so I turned 40 years old next year. So during all this time, that's about 30 something years of just just moving in life without really feeling anything, without dealing with anything, without having really any emotional intelligence of myself. And through your breakthrough, through the classes that we took, how you taught us about ourselves, about the things that we were stepping on, it was like a light bulb went off. This was everything that I've been needing to hear as a man in order for me to like, yo, he's right. Like he's like literally speaking to me right now. And I really could see myself put myself in the picture when you would say certain things. And I'm like, but this is not the spirit that God wants me to move in. And he's still allowing me to be alive with breathing each and every day, healthy, active, and being able to do what I need to do. But I got to change. And he's helping me with these specific saboteurs is what we went over. That I address, and then not only address, but then the flip side of it was you can actually be a positive-minded person. You're carrying the weight of the past, and the past doesn't define what I am today. It doesn't define what I do tomorrow. And when you were telling, and I just so much, Myron, like that you gave to us, bro, that I can't even express, bro, that it changed my life, man. It changed my life. Like you're talking about a brother, I'm almost 40 years old. I just told my mom last year that I got molested because of what happened. I probably wasn't going to tell her. I probably wasn't going to give that to her. I didn't want my mama to know, but she needed to know. My dad needed to know. That fixed our relationship between my father and me. And my father was a great father, an amazing father, but I wasn't man enough to come to him or even have the vulnerability enough as a child, as a teenager, as a man, up until after I got broken to actually say, this is what happened to me. And these are the reasons why I have failed in life and why you guys have been wondering what's been going on with your son. That's me, man.
Yeah. All right, Myron, can I ask this question?
Yeah, sure.
Whatever that went through your mind when you said, I want to label this men's breakthrough. To hear what our partner just said, I mean, real breakthrough happened. How does that make you feel?
I can't even believe you just asked that question because I was about to punt it to Jay, but in my mind I was like, yo. So I wanted to share this. I want y'all to hear this, man, because I think sometimes people will look at you and they'll see your persona on social media. They'll see your the job title you have. They look at your clothes, they look at your family, and they'll say, oh man, he got married, he got a nice looking wife, nice family, you know what I'm saying, a car, and even your own family members, you know what I'm saying, a lot of times to whom much is given, much is required. And so, there's elevation that all of us have experienced. We've broken barriers, we've broken cycles, we've gone further than our own fathers, and stuff like that. And then for me, I got that times 1,000 because it's like, I'm a pastor, I speak, I influence a lot of people. Bro, the reason I started that joint is because I needed a breakthrough, bro. Bro, I did not start that joint like I've gotten breakthrough, so now I'm qualified to go and help these brothers. Bro, listen, breakthrough to me is not like something that happened once in your life and then you're good after that. Like every time I turn around, Jay, like I realize I still suck as a husband and I need to get better. Like every time I look around, I'm like, dude, I'm a good father, but dang, I got a whole lot more, got more, what I'm saying, levels to grow. I thought I was close to the Lord until
not really.
This happened. Not real. Like I thought I was, a good son. But man, I'm not really as close to my parents in this season that I should be. Meaning, how much time am I spending? So honestly, I was looking at myself and I was just like, bro, how can I help me? You know what I'm saying? While at the same use my gifts. And I just tell any brother out there, a lot of people don't agree with this. But one of the best ways to get deliverance and experience breakthrough yourself is to do it with other people.
Yes, sir.
And bro, you know, like in the mastermind, I'm not sitting there speaking to y'all from a position of strength. I'm not sitting up there talking to y'all condescendingly, like, do blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yo, this is what I'm learning right now in real time.
Yes,
There's a lot of gurus and stuff out there, and they all talking from a position of strength. And it makes me really skeptical of these cats when you hear them talking, and they talking like they, you know what I'm saying, they got life figured out. I can't move like that. And so even this like is critical. If you want breakthrough, help somebody else to get a breakthrough. That's my mentality.
Myron, real quick, I just extracted two big things that are just on my mind. Number one, breakthrough is not an event; it's a process.
Absolutely.
Right? Breakthrough is not an event; it's a process. And then the other thing is like I'm hearing you tell this truth, and the first thing that I thought about was the last time that I saw you when you were in Atlanta, and you told the story about your son and the whole basketball thing. And again, the process, like just when you thought you had it figured out, just when you thought that I had just gotten to the point of, man, I got all this stuff done. Here's another one. Here's another one.
That's right, bro.
But
that's real.
But
go ahead, Jay.
On that note, it's one key important aspect as men. It's like always, you got to always take that time for self-evaluation.
Yes,
you always got to take that time for self-evaluation and say, you know what, I could get better in this area. And Clay, man, you dropped a jewel that I just want to just talk about just a little bit, is that being present. A lot of dudes sleep on being present, man. My wife just got on me the other day. Just because I'm in the house, that don't mean that I'm present.
Come on, sir.
That don't mean that I'm present, you know. Because I'm on the couch and I'm working, that don't mean I'm present with my children. Because they're not really spending quality time with me. So, you know, like one of my breaking points, man, that I just got to, and I was like, man, some stuff got to change for me, is I had a crazy life shift where I had a son, and then my dad, I was a caretaker for my dad in my own home. And that was a real moment, because my son is looking at me, how I treat my father. And one day, that's how he going to treat me when I get old.
My God, today.
So it's like you gotta set that example for your little man, because that's how he gonna treat you when you get that age, right? So that also bundles in with the being present, you know, not only being present there for my wife and my children, but for my dad, who I'm a caretaker for now, right? So, you know, I just want to congratulate you.
We both in that space. We both in that space right now, Jay. So being caretakers for fathers. Yeah,
man. So I just want to congratulate you, brothers, also, man, on just being real with yourself and saying, you know what, I can't do this by myself. I need a community of men that I could talk to, that I could just be broken with, that I could be vulnerable with. So let me take that step, man, and get in this class, man. That's a big step, man, that a lot of brothers don't take, man. They can't be real with themselves. They can't say, you know what, I don't got it all together. I need some help. You know, so once you take that step, that's when you can start really experiencing that breakthrough in your life, man. So congratulations to you guys. You guys are awesome.
Yo, the question that's still out there, like this, I just feel a shift right now. The question that's still out there is like, what you learning? What are you learning as a man? Let's build on each other, right? What else are you learning? Because that what Jay just said, bro, about the being present piece that was mentioned, bro. And I'll take it a step further, or add to what he's laid, bro. I ain't present with nobody, family. You know what I'm saying? And this thing right here, bro, be one of the biggest distractions.
Yeah, right there.
Biggest distraction. These things right here. But here's the big thing. So much so, bro, I'm in this cohort myself. It's a transformational leadership thing that I'm in. And the only thing we do, here's something I'm learning. We do a retreat every quarter. I got another one coming up in December. Yo, during the retreat, there's a whole day of silence. We got 8 hours of silence. When we go to eat, you can't talk. And then they send you back to your room. And when you get back to your room, no technology, nothing, totally unplugged. And then you have to be present with God. Bro, listen. I mean, bro, I'm a preacher, bro. I got commentaries and stuff sitting on my desk right now because I'm getting ready for the word. I know this word, bro, but I have struggled, to Ryan's point, to learn how to be present and vulnerable with God, where I'm not having to say anything, and I can just be still and listen to his voice and him speak to me. I'm gonna tell you right now, I can't think of anything that is more valuable to a man than to be able to hear the voice of God, bro.
Man, talk about that.
A cheat code,
It's
like
the light bulb right there.
Yes, code for life. We wondering what decision I should make, what business move should I pull, how should I handle a situation like, bro, if I can hear God's voice speak to me, do this, do that, don't do this, make this move, don't say that, your child is in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Before your child say something, God will tell you something and you can act and move in obedience, bro. But because my life, Clay, had been so ambitious and driven,
right?
It literally, I told somebody the other day, Jason, I said the same pathway, Ryan, for success or for whatever you're good at is also the same pathway for failure.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking.
Whatever you're good at, whatever it took for you to be good at that thing, typically works against you as a husband, or especially works against you as a man who needs to sit humbly in God's presence and just let him work on it. That's just one thing I learned. What about y'all? What else?
I'm with you, Myron. I think right now, Kirk Franklin just dropped a song. It's my song. Marcus already knows because the minute it came out, I put it in our group chat. And the song's called "Listen." And the words of that song literally brought tears to my eyes. I'm sitting doing my devotion before I do my devotion, and tears. I hear the song, and tears start running down. And ever since I've heard that song, it has changed how I listen to not only to God, but to my men's group, to my girl. It really just changed how I'm intentionally listening to what you're actually saying and actually making a change with the words that you're giving me, the energy that's coming towards me. Because my whole mindset right now, as you know, I'm a one day. So if this
break that down, you say that, but there's a lot of brothers never heard of what a one day king is. But when I remember I don't know if that was the first time you said it in the mastermind, but when you said
it was.
Okay.
We were all there when it happened.
Tell them what a one day king is. I mean,
the one day king is, so you only, how I came in is you only get one day at this, man. You really do. And tomorrow's not promised. And if you can handle your life in one moment at a time, an hour at a time, a day at a time, because that's all we're promised. And so my whole mindset is one day king. No matter how bad or how good the day was, if God blesses you the next day with air in your lungs, bros, you get to start over. So whatever you didn't get to fix the day before, fix it that day. Don't wait till the next day. Stop dragging things on.
You get one chance, one day.
One day. One day is all. And so sorry, I forgot where we was at.
Yeah, my bad. That one day kick. What was he
talking about? You was talking about the Kirk Franklin. Listen. Yes, sir.
And when I was listening to that, man, and that's where I'm at, is literally listening, but intentionally listening to where I can make an impact on the people around me that I love the most, and that I know that love me, so that I can have a firm and strong foundation with my family, my finances, my community, right? My faith, all the things that are important to me. Because if I'm not making an intentional change, how can I make a change without listening to what's coming to me, right? And most of us, I know that you could just use your girl as an example. Your girl's going to tell you something about yourself if you have not done something to make an impact on the relationship, or that's dragging the relationship.
Yes, they will.
And so if we don't act on it and actually not listen to respond, listen to, okay, swallow some nails. You didn't like it. Put your ego down somewhere and make the change. Simple as that. And usually The hardest part for men is just sitting and just listening to it and just getting the instruction. And then once you get the instruction, you get down on your knees and you just pray about it until you get that firm answer. And that's where I'm at, is literally listening to give back to God, to listen back. So I know how to act out. And it's literally just trusting him, bro. Just
that's
really
different for us. Come on, talk to me more. What else are you learning? Because after this, I want to ask y'all what y'all learning about women since this thing. What y'all learning about women? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Myron, I love this, bro. Like, you know, and we was on Instagram, and Ryan says something in the DM. Next thing you know, he's like, bro, let's get on the podcast, dog. Let's build. I'm like, yeah, no doubt. Immediately start thinking about Marcus. Next thing you know, we in, and just to feel that organic authenticity of God being in the room, bro. Like, it's nothing more powerful than that, bro.
Man.
It's nothing more powerful than that. And when Marcus dropped that bomb, man, is
what was the bomb? That's what
the black woman good for the black man. That was the bomb.
That was the bomb.
It was
is
like,
the black woman good for the black man? I mean, hold on,
wow.
don't let that go.
Pause. Time out.
Have y'all cats got any phone calls about that specific question?
That's a good question. What have you learned about that? That's a good segue. What,
man,
is the black woman good for the black man? I can't believe you asked that, brother. Go ahead, man. Did y'all get any hate mail?
No, nobody got no hate, but they didn't. So they didn't even know. So I actually married I married a black woman, and I actually married a white woman. Marcus didn't even know that.
Did not know.
Right.
So when he asked the question, I kind of surprised him with my response. And for me, what I said was, once you know who you are, whoever that is, you should be able to define if a black woman or if another race is good for you. Not every black man has a black woman, and their relationships are fine. But for me personally, because I've been in both, a black woman is for me. I know that. There's no doubt at all.
Yeah, I just want to jump in real quick.
Once you figure out who you are, then you can determine what's good for you. I receive that. Go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, so we were talking about what we're learning, and Clay and Ryan said something that I just want to put a pin in real quick. You can't play with that devotion. Don't play with that devotion.
Yeah.
Don't play with that devotion, man.
It's so important.
Get you at least, if it's 10 minutes, get you at least 10 minutes in with the Lord, just quiet, get some prayer in. I don't even care if you're going to destination to destination. Turn off your radio. Don't play with that devotion. Don't play with that devotion. You run your day. Don't let your day run you. You find some time, man, to get some quiet time in with the Lord. Don't play with it. Don't play with that devotion.
Yes, sir.
That's like a man law. That's like a man law, bro. I mean, your man law's been petty lately. This what your man law should be about. Instead of some dudes green Timbs.
Hey man, listen. I'm just here to speak the truth.
Hey, listen, Outlaw. Did you want to say something? Because I want to know what y'all to learn about these women since here.
Okay.
I mean, what are y'all doing differently in these marriages or with these girlfriends? I want to know, because this is the ongoing learning journey that all of us brothers are here. I got 22 years in. How many you got in, Tim?
Me and the wife, we've been together since 2006. We got married in 2013, so we've been married 10 years, but together since 2006.
Oh, so 2006. So what were we talking
about? And when you brought your wife on, once we came back in for one of your last other masterminds, my wife was in the cut. She didn't want to get on camera.
Okay.
But man, she was listening the whole time. And like the next 48 hours was kind of like, it touched some things,
Wow.
It touched some things, bro. Like,
yeah.
Man, I want to. Oh, go ahead.
22. Marcus, you married? How many years you got?
We're in year number 2. We're in year number 2.
Okay.
So Ryan is
in the oven right now. He's about to. I don't know when the bell's gonna go off, but it's in the works.
But you know, remember I sent you that text. Remember, Myron? I sent it to Marcus too. I sent you a long text. Me and my girl got in a huge arc because I gave my girl access. So you said you want to know what I learned about these girls?
Man,
bro, I let her go
day.
all of my dirt. All of it. I was scared.
You said that on your spot.
When I say I was scared, bro, I was in Pismo, bro. I thought I was gonna get left stranded.
So why did you do that?
His partner asked the same thing.
Because the best question ever.
Because it all had to come out, Jason. I had to, even no matter what, I wanted everything to be exposed. Because at that point, it's either she gonna be with me or she's not. Right? And I would rather know at this point now, and I don't know how it happened, why it happened there. Shouldn't have, it was a bad place, but it ended up happening there. But it's almost come up, we're about 10 months away from that. But since that moment, I sent Myron a text, I sent Marcus a text, and a couple other brothers that I knew, and I explained everything. And I put it out there and I said, I need to be held accountable for myself. And we actually got on a call that night, Marcus, Shadid, and Corey, just to check up on, how are you doing with everything that you exposed to your girl? And I said, look, she's hot. She should be, right? But after that got out there, we have been able to work on our relationship. Now I can leave. I have 2 phones. I can leave both of my phones at home with no problem. She can go through everything, but she ain't gonna see nothing. There's nothing to find, and I'm fine with that. Where before, if I left anything at home, I'm nervous because she gonna find something, right? So, and that was the level of where I was at prior to the breakthrough, the men's breakthrough conference.
No, that's a beautiful place to be.
I know, Marcus, you was trying to get in. Go ahead.
First of all, Ryan, that is a beautiful and brave place to be. Everybody ain't there yet, dog. So I salute you. Because let's just be real about it. But on the honest tip, I did want to go back to what it is that I've learned, because that was a huge piece of what I'm going through and getting to now, is that I'm a human being and not a human doing, right? Because we get so stuck in the things that we do. Like, I kind of cringed a little bit when Myron was like, just tell us what you do when you introduce yourself. Because I was like, dang, I don't want to talk about it again. I just clocked out. But like, in all honesty, it's like getting people to making sure that your relationships have a foundation that is strictly about the fact that they care about you as a person, as a human being, and not just about what you can do for them. It's not transactional. Like, Ryan just mentioned the fact that he sent this text message out, and dog, when I tell you, I was like, I can't make it to California in time to do anything to help you, bro. You're going to be okay. And it was really like a shocking moment, just to see somebody be so transparent with somebody that was having a rocky relationship. Because, I mean, truth be told, prior to that, they were, kind of cats and dogs at times. It was up and down. And we were with them through that journey. So, just to kind of watch my bro say, man, I'm going to lay it all down, because I feel like this is the only way that I can be at peace.
That's right.
And that's what he got from that, was like he got some peace that he wouldn't have had if he would have kept going with the lie, if he would have kept going with the story. And again, the transactions, because all of those side relationships are transactional, right? What can you do with me in the moment? What can you do for me in the by and by while I'm trying to get to my next destination? And he was tired of that. So, he found where he wanted the woman to love him for who he was and not for what it is that he could do for her. Right. And I thought that was a beautiful place, man. But yeah, that whole question that we had with on the podcast, man, it really just kind of downloaded in the midst of us talking about some other stuff. And when I tell you it was prime, because I think we were all in a place where we were thinking about our experiences and just what does it mean to have a black woman on your side versus everything as a black man. And so we had this discussion again with our Monday call with our regular group, and man, it got heated. Oh, it was hot like fire. And most of it just came around the fact that we do have some brothers that are in interracial relationships, so their stances are different. We also have some brothers that are, with same race couples, and so it's like understanding that the beauty and the joy of the love from a black woman, to me, in my experiences, is so different than when I had a little milk in my coffee for a short period of time. Or I had a little milk of magnesia or some caramel.
That pumpkin spice.
Yeah. It was a few pumps. I had a couple pumps. Right? And then I was out of there. But it's just so different.
No disrespect to any brother out there who's married to. We got love for you. Everybody's entitled to their preferences.
Hey, hold on, man. This is the men's podcast, man. So if you get offended, man, you gotta hit yourself in the chest a little bit, man. You can't be soft around here, man.
You can't be soft. You can't be soft.
Don't get offended. We ain't trying to offend you, brother.
All right. So as we wrap up, I just gotta say, guys, man, it's been incredible. Your podcast, where can guys listen to the podcast? Have you guys were y'all just winging it? What information can you tell the guys about your podcast?
Yeah, it's T.O Clay Light Bulb Lessons. It's on YouTube. I haven't put the full episode out yet. I'm still doing some editing, and just want to make sure it's tight, and it'll be dropping very soon. But again, I had to get that reel out there.
That was real, bro. I saw it.
Man, I gotta drop this reel and definitely want to chop it up. But yeah, T.O Clay Light Bulb Lessons, man. We speaking about leadership. I'm bringing in, the best leaders that I know. I'd love to have you on one day, Myron.
Bro, anytime. Put me in next. Put me in, coach. Put me in. Get me off the bench.
I'll bring in Shadid. I'll bring in Arsenio. I'll bring in everybody.
Let's go,
build, man. So
we here.
It's therapy, man. It really is. And it was very therapeutic for me having these brothers. And we got some things in the oven, man. We're gonna work some more. We've been chopping and talking about some things moving forward. So we're gonna keep that good connect moving, man.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. Look, I'll tell y'all, all the brothers that's listening right now, here's the takeaway. Because we've been touched on a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But here's the takeaway. Bro, if you don't got you a squad in your life of men where you can have these kind of conversations, and all of us have different levels of connectivity on here. Jason is my guy. We're close. Our families are close, and I'm close to these guys, and these guys have different levels. But there's so many lonely dudes out there, and if you listen to this and you're lonely, I mean, bro, I would say, like, for some of the guys, and this is gonna sound harsh, and you're gonna think I'm trying to sell you something, but I'm not. Like, if you don't have no friends, it don't have to be mine, dude. You might need to plug into something, man. Join a fraternity, bro. Right. Like, go to church, man. Join the men's group, man. Listen, sign up for the Mastermind, dude. But what you can't afford to do is you can't afford to do manhood in this world by yourself without this. This is the cheat code of cheat codes to have other brothers to be able to, you know what I'm saying, share with, iron sharpening iron. It's a game changer. It's dudes on here probably would have took their own life, probably would have left their family if it hadn't been for another brother who was just there at the right time. And so, look, I'm figuring, like, Jay, like, the older I get, there's a book, man, I literally just picked up the other day, and the name of the book is Finding Our Fathers. I have one of my mentors. He was just like, something happens to a man at every stage of his life where he's looking for a different version of his father, but most of us can't find him because many of our fathers have not evolved to what we need in the various phases. But we can be that for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can do, as in the NFL, it used to be back in the day. I'm a big Dallas Cowboys fan. Don't hate me because of it. But I used to love the days of the triplets, man. We had Troy Aikman and Emmitt Smith and Michael Irvin. And that in those days, Barry Sanders, man. You had all these great backs, Thurman Thomas and all these guys, Eric Dickerson. But now, man, in the league, because of the wear and tear, you have to have running back by committee. Like, they got multiple backs, change your pace back, tail back, full back. Like you got to have multiple guys. And so I'm saying in the same sense that if you're going to be able to win this game, bro, you can't be out here thinking you Emmett or Barry Sanders, you know what I'm saying? Getting all the carries, bro. You need some dudes in your life, man. You need some dudes in your life. Help you get. You gotta run by committee, fam, so we can run this thing, man. Listen, man. Jay, what else you got, man? You got something, man? Put something on these boys, man.
No, just once again, man, I'm just so proud, man, that this man took the.
Okay, there we go. It paused. Mine paused on this end. We good. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Just want to piggyback off what you said. Just commend these brothers, man, for joining the mastermind class, getting in the winning circle. I don't want to be a dead horse, but it's hard for brothers to come down and just say, I need some help, because as men, we just want to feel like we got it all together. But it's a very big step to say, you know what, I don't got it all together. I need to join the community. I need to make some changes. And I think that's where every man needs to be, self-evaluation and joining the community, man.
Bro, we want to normalize dudes getting help.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Normalize dudes being vulnerable. Like the new strength is showing weakness, being vulnerable. That's the strongest move you can make, is saying.
I think Myron went out.
Yeah. I'm back. I should be back now.
You're back.
All right, look, fellas, the conference is coming up November 10 and 11 right here in Cleveland, Ohio. Get to the registration link, mensbreakthroughconference.com. Registration ends on November the 4th. You be able to. There may be some options for you to watch virtually. As of right now, this is totally in person, but the website is right there. Y'all go ahead and join us. Me and Jay gonna be there. The whole crew gonna be there. We're gonna be crewed up, and we got brothers coming from everywhere. Let's be clutch, man. All right, fellas, man. Appreciate you, Marcus, Ryan, Tim. Love y'all, man. Bless y'all, man. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Get Your Shift Together Men's Podcast. For more information, please visit our website, menswinningscircle.com. That is, menswinningscircle.com. Let's win in the things that matter.